Hey, Nolan, Trevor Gross, CUTigers.com here. I'm guessing this has probably been the longest offseason ever for you personally, starting with the shoulder surgery, having to go through rehab and everything else that's been going on in the world and waiting with bated breath to find out if you're actually going to have a season. How good is it going to feel to finally step foot on the field Saturday night?
Oh, yeah, man, it's going to be awesome. We've waited such a long time, like you said, and have experienced and gone through so much over this off season. Starting back to shoulder surgery, had that back in the spring. Got to watch all the guys compete throughout the spring, but really it was a good opportunity for me to kind of repair the shoulder and get back into some treatment and get my strength back and really just heal. And so it's been good. But yeah, through all that, we're just super excited to compete Saturday and looking to start competing against some other guys other than Trevor Lawrence out here too. So.
Nolan, this is Grace Rayner from The Athletic. Speaking of Trevor Lawrence, what is the most, impressive play you saw him make this offseason now that he's in year 3?
You could just go down the list. The dude can make any throw. Y'all have seen him on game day. He's just such an incredible talent, such a just different player. I think, this year it's just, so obvious how comfortable he is back there. And, just his experience really shows and, picking up blitzes and, making the right throws, making the right decisions. And, you just got to remind yourself sometimes when, we're having a tough practice that, we don't see this quarterback every week, thank goodness. But, he's just a different guy. Just super talented, super competitive, and just a great leader. It's just a special guy to have on our team.
Nolan, this is Dennis Dodd from CBS Sports. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah. Just about Trevor also, him becoming obviously a leader on the team early on regarding player empowerment, but now he seems to be a national voice with players. I just wondered what you thought about that. Did you ever see that in him early on?
Yeah. Since the day he stepped foot on campus, he's been a leader and, just very mature for his age when he came in as a freshman, just strictly about his business. And, he kind of earns that respect coming in as a freshman and just not by what he says or anything, but how he worked and just his level of maturity. And, I think that's been who he is since day one. And so, just seeing him grow throughout these 3 years he's been here it's been special. And, he's just such a good leader and such a good, representative from this team.
Eventually, he's going to move on, and others are going to take his place. What do you think will be, I guess, the end game to this, the legacy of this whole movement?
I think it's just the type of guys that come into this program. You saw it in Deshaun Watson the same way, just the type of leader he was, and then comes down to Trevor and whoever else takes over after them. Just a different level of maturity and these guys that we have back here that have played here at quarterback and that just play all over this team is just great leadership that people build throughout their time here.
All right, thank you.
Hey Nolan, it's David Hood with TigerNet. How much of a teacher have you had to be this camp with so many of those younger guys, trying to bring them along, and make sure that they understand that in this defense, it's more about being in the right spot than trying to make the big play. And, how much have you been Coach Turner as much as you've been Nolan Turner, the safety?
I think that's the biggest thing with young guys is, just explaining to them that, it's all about just doing your job and, the plays will come and, you'll make the plays that you need to make. But, these guys made it easy. They're just super committed, obviously all super talented, and, they've really bought in and you can tell they care. So it's been cool to see them mature over this time and watch them learn throughout camp, watch them compete and get better and fail and then continue to get better and build off of it. And, it's been fun to watch and just super excited together and play with these guys and, with this defense and this team. And, it's just, it feels like it's been so long and, we're just ready to get out there on Saturday.
Has there been one of those younger players or been a moment where you've kind of gone, wow, and, is there somebody that we can look at back there at that spot, that by week 6 or 7 we'll all know their name?
Yeah, I mean, obviously Landon's just, such a good player, super rangy, can really cover some ground. He's great in coverage. He's made some great strides throughout camp, watching him cover one-on-one. And it's impressive to watch. And it's cool to see his fundamentals and how they've grown. Other guys, I think Joseph Charleston is a, physical dude, great tackler. He's been getting a lot smarter, learning the defense, and it's been cool to see. Same thing with Jalen Phillips, Ray Thornton, just 2 great athletes, and they're developing too and learning, and everyone's just gotten so much better over camp, and it's cool to have seen them come from their freshman year to now, and they just all look like different dudes. So it's I think by that week 6 or 7. A bunch of those guys will have made a big name for themselves.
And Josh from the Post-Courier, do you enjoy that role of kind of being like a coach-like figure for the older guys? And has it changed the way you approach things at all for yourself?
Yeah, I think I've got to hold myself to a higher standard. You got to, just always, continue to be that leader and, just lead by example. And so it's been fun to, just be with these guys and hear their questions and answer them and, kind of be, that old head now that, people ask those questions to. So it's been cool. It's been a good experience for me. I've definitely grown as a leader throughout this time. And so it's been a good experience.
Hey, Jake, it's Trevor again. How much of I don't know if you'll be watching ESPN Game Day on Saturday morning as you're waiting to kick off later that night. How much of a relationship have you built with Jake Herbstreit playing your position? And has he told you any amusing stories about his dad?
Yeah, it's been cool to have Jake over at the safety side now. He's with the corners for a while, and he's made that transition over to safety. He's done a great job, moving positions, learning a different spot, having a different feel out in the field. And, he's done a great job. He always comes in, works hard, so it's been fun to build that relationship with Jake too. No, he hasn't, I don't think, told me any stories about his dad that I can think of off the top of my head. But, but me and Jake have a good relationship, and it's been fun to, get to know him and see him, grow as a player these last couple years.
Any other questions for Nolan?
No, one more question. It's Trevor again. The new eligibility rule, have you thought a lot about that and, just kind of having that in your back pocket, if you decide that you want to come back to Clemson and play another year next year? Have you given any thought to that?
I haven't thought too much about it. Obviously it's, I think great rule, giving everyone another year back. But, I'm just kind of taking it, one day at a time. Hopefully this season works out the way we think it will, where we'll get all our games. But, when that time comes for me to make that kind of decision, I'll put more thought into it for sure. But, as of now, we're just, ready for this week, ready to play Wake Forest on Saturday. So, but yeah, I think it's a great thing for a lot of guys, for Braden, for example, who got his year snipped from him a couple years ago, getting that year back now. So I'm excited for, some guys like that, ultimately get another redshirt year, I guess.
It's David. I'll ask the final question is, there's no Justin Ross, no T. Higgins out there, no DeAndre Overton. What have you seen out of these younger receivers, and, kind of how do they compare to what you went up against last year?
The biggest thing, I've seen in practice is just speed. They can all move really well. They're all fast. You got Amari coming back for his 4th year as a kind of the leader, and Cornell as well, as a 5th-year guy. And, I've seen them grow. I see the speed out there. We've got ballers all over that, wide receiver group. So you'll see them step up and make plays. I don't expect there to be any drop off there. It's a hard-working group of guys that, shine through camp. So they're going to be fun to watch.
Hey, Nolan, Scott Kiefer here with the Greenville News. Dabo likes to refer to the past decade as the best decade in Clemson football, and certainly it has been, and you've been a big part of that. But as you prepare to embark on this next decade, do you think this program is well positioned to, match or even exceed the success of the past decade?
Yeah, like Coach Sweeney always says, the best is yet to come, and that's how the foundation of this program is built. And I think you see, every year it just gets a little bit better. And, it's exciting to see and think about where this program is headed. And, it's been an incredible decade. And, that's just all about the type of guys we bring in here, the work ethic these people have, the coaches have. And then we start over each year and, reinstall the program and reinstall just, everything we do and make sure everyone's on the same page. And so we can ultimately take off and, get to that point that we want to be. And so, I think we do it the right way. And, it's going to be incredible to see where this program is in 10 years from now.